A total solar eclipse is when the moon completely covers the sun and casts a giant shadow on the earth. If you live in Oregon, this is a very rare experience. The next total solar eclipse, after the one in August, will be happening in 2169. But there's one happening soon, on August 21st to be exact. Here are some things to look for.
You need to be in the path of totality. The path of totality is the best place to see the solar eclipse. What is the path of totality, you might ask? The path of totality is where you will see the total solar eclipse. You will see the eclipse if you are outside the path. However, it won't be a total solar eclipse.
There are 4 stages to an eclipse: C1, C2, C3, and C4. C1 is when the moon begins its journey across the sun. C2 is when the sun is completely covered by the moon. C3 is when the moon starts to leave the sun. And C4 is when the moon blows up! Not really, it's just when the moon leaves the sun.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
Wait, do I pretend like I'm climbing? Get your Cliff Bar now made with real oats.
I'm Stothy Davis, and I approve this message.
Now, back to our show.
We all know, or we should all know, that the moon revolves around the earth and the earth revolves around the sun. Now, why would we not have a solar eclipse every day if that happens?
I don't know. Why?
The moon revolves around the earth at a slight tilt of 5 degrees, so that it barely misses the sun. So when it does pass in front of the sun, it either forms a partial eclipse, an annular eclipse, or a total eclipse.
A partial eclipse is when the moon covers part of the sun and it looks like the sun has a bite taken out of it. An annular eclipse is when the moon covers the middle of the sun and the sunlight forms a ring around the moon. A total eclipse is when the moon completely covers the sun.
Though these main subjects are radical, there are other cooler things that happen during eclipses, like for instance, Bailey's beads. Bailey's beads is a phenomenon that occurs when the moon is about to fully cover the sun. At this exact moment, a small amount of light will escape from beyond the moon. This happens because craters and mountains in the moon don't fully cover the sun.
During this time, however, one completely different phenomenon can occur. That would be shadow bands or shadow snakes. Right before, seconds, the sun is fully covered by the moon. These snakes will slither all around the ground.
During an eclipse, you should never look directly at the sun because your eyes take light through your cornea and focus it on one point. If the light is as strong as the sun, your eyes will burn out.
So the safest way to view an eclipse is to buy a pair of approved solar viewing glasses. But you should never use regular sunglasses, because the solar viewing glasses are much darker and approved for staring at the sun, while sunglasses are not.
You could also make a pinhole camera, which is a small box with a pinhole and a piece of paper on the bottom so that you can see the projected image of the eclipse, instead of viewing it straight on, which will damage your eyes. Make plans to see the eclipse. It will be a once-in-a-lifetime experience. The next total eclipse will be in 2169! Most of us would be 166 years old when the next solar eclipse happens. And I don't even expect anyone to make it to 40. So, take advantage of seeing this rare phenomenon.